In Bower, two players challenge each other to create the most welcoming nest to attract birds. Place nest tiles in a 6x4 grid, trying to create groups of the same material, and trying to have in each column more objects than your opponent of the type indicated by the preference eggs. But it is not so easy. In each game you will only see 3 out of the 6 eggs. Place the bird board on the table between the two players. Shuffle the preference eggs and put 3 on each side of the board. Each player will only see the 3 facing them. Discard the remaining 2 eggs without looking at them. Create a pile of nest tiles and reveal 3. The first player chooses a tile and keeps it in their hand. The second player chooses one of the remaining tiles. Then reveal 2 new tiles. Create a pile of bonus tiles, bonus tokens and egg tokens. Starting from the first player, players will alternate taking turns. Each turn is divided in 3 phases. Get a new nest tile. Place a nest tile. Get a bonus tile. First, choose one of the 3 visible nest tiles and keep it in your hand. Reveal a new tile. Then play a nest tile from your hand into your nest. You must create a 6x4 grid without exceeding those limits. Each tile must have at least one side orthogonally adjacent to the bird board, or to another nest tile already placed. Rotate the tile as you wish. Be careful not to create 1x1 holes, otherwise you won't be able to place the last tile. For final scoring, it is important to notice that the tiles are made up of 2 squares of different materials: moss, gravel, straw. And they can show feathers and flowers in 3 different colors: yellow, red and purple. Try to create groups of the same material, and try to put the objects indicated on the preference eggs in the same column. For the eggs you don't see, observe what your opponent is placing in those columns, and try to guess what objects are required by the hidden eggs. Other icons are present on the nest tiles. Shells will help you win the ties during final scoring, and gems are used to get bonus tiles. As the third and final phase of your turn, check if you placed the 3rd gem in the same column, or the 3rd gem in a group of adjacent squares of the same material. If you did, draw 3 bonus tiles, keep one and activate its effects. Bonus tiles can be tiles to add to your hand, tiles with endgame scoring conditions, or they can give you objects for your nest. They can allow you to peek at some preference eggs, or to interact with your opponent's hand. The game ends when both players played 12 turns and completed their nest. Proceed to the distribution of egg tokens, which represent the victory points. For each type of material, moss, gravel and straw, the player with the largest group of adjacent squares gets an egg. In case of a tie, the egg goes to the player with the most shells in that group. Reveal all the preference eggs. For each column, the player who has on their side the most objects of the same type and color indicated by the egg gets an egg token. In case of a tie, the egg goes to the player with the most shells in that column. If the preference egg shows a white object, every color is valid. If players have bonus tiles with scoring conditions, resolve those tiles. The player with the most egg tokens is the winner. In case of a tie, the player with the most shells in their nest is the winner. You are now ready to play Bower.